Okay, let's get started with some FUNdations. So remember, our job this week is to be able to identify closed syllable words. But those closed syllable words are going to have something at the end. What's that something at the end? A suffix S. So let's go ahead and review the sound that we're going to hear inside those closed syllable words. And it's always going to be a short vowel sound. So let's start with our short vowels. Are you ready? A, apple. E, ed. I, itch. O, octopus. U, up. Excellent job. Now let's go ahead and review some of our glued sounds because you're going to see some of those today, okay? So A-N-G, I-N-G, O-N-G, U-N-G, A-M, A-N, A-L-L, A-N-K, I-N-K, O-N-K, U-N-K. Good job. Okay, let's review our R-controlled sounds. Here we go. Ready? A-R, car. O-R, horn. E-R, her. I-R, bird. U-R, burn. Good. Now, we're going to review all those crazy sounds that you will not hear in a closed syllable. If you hear these, is it a closed syllable? No, it's not, right? Okay, here we go. These are all our vowel teams. So these are all going to say what the first vowel says until you get down here and it's those crazy ones, okay? Here we go. Ready? A-I, bait, A. A-Y, play, A. E-A, eat, E. E-E, eat, Jeep, E. E-Y, key, E. O-I, coin, Oi. O-Y, boy, Oi. Good job. And remember, if you hear those, you know it is not a closed syllable. This is a straight open syllable, right? Okay, so the first thing that I need you to do is I need you to go to your cloud workbook. So go to your cloud workbook, the pink cloud workbook, and I want you to get it out, and I need you to write today's date. Remember, we just did it in calendar. So today's date is 4-14-20. So go get your pink cloud notebook and write today's date, 4-14-20 at the top. Go ahead and do that right now. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to go through, and today we're going to do a little something different. So instead of the sentence at the bottom, we're going to write all three of our trick words that we learned. So I need you to make sure that instead of that sentence, you write at the bottom the last trick word, okay? All right, so our very first sound that I want you to write is eh. Echo, eh. Please write the letter that says eh. I hope you wrote E because E says eh. Okay, if you didn't, remember, correct it because we don't want our brain learning the wrong thing. We want our brain to remember the right thing. Okay, listen carefully. Eh. Echo. Eh. Write the letter that says eh. I hope you wrote I because I says eh, like itch. If you didn't, fix it, okay? All right, last one's a hard one. K. Echo. K. Okay, what says K? All right, check and make sure you have all three sounds. You should have all three sounds. C, K, and CK. Because all three of those sounds say K. All right, now, here we go. We're also going to kind of mix it up a little bit. So instead of review words, we're going to go ahead and do 4 current words since we're kind of making it crazy anyway. So the very first word that I want you to listen to is slugs. Echo, slugs. Please tap the base word. Slug. Now, write the word slugs. When you're finished, I want you to also mark it up. See if you can mark it up. Okay, this is what your word should look like. Slugs, S-L-U-G-S. Now look at how I marked it up. The first thing I saw was my SL, my blend. I marked up my blend. The next thing I heard was my short vowel sound. So I know that this is a closed syllable because it's got something to block that vowel sound in. So I went ahead and I underlined it and made my C for closed syllable. But the last thing I saw was my base word and my suffix S. So I marked my suffix S and underlined my base word. So make sure your word slugs looks like mine. Okay, once it looks like mine, I want you to go ahead and write your next word. So listen carefully. Your next word is rocks. Echo, rocks. Tap the base word. Rock. Now write the word rocks and then mark it up. Okay, here we go. You should have spelled your word rocks, R-O-C-K-S. I hope you didn't put an X in there because when we tapped out our base word, you should have heard the word rock, and then all you had to do is add your suffix S. Now, what I heard first was a so I know this is a short vowel word, meaning it's a closed syllable word. So I marked my short vowel with my closed syllable line and a C. I then saw a digraph, CK, and then I saw my suffix S and I underlined my base word rock. So go ahead and check and make sure yours looks like mine. Okay. Now, your next word, listen carefully. Plants. Echo, plants. Let's tap the base word. Here we go. Plant. Please write the word plants and then mark it up. Okay, this one had a whole lot in it, so I hope you got everything I did. So let's go ahead and start here. Let's spell the word plants. P-L-A-N-T-S, plants. Now, the first thing you should have seen is your blend PL. Then you should have seen your glued sound an. Then you should have seen another blend at the end, NT. So make sure you've marked all of those. And then you should have heard an, and we know that that's a short vowel sound, so we've marked our short vowel. Then we've underlined the word plant because we know that it's a closed syllable because it's a short vowel, so we have our C. And then you should have seen the suffix S, so you had to underline your base word. Look at all the things in this word you had to know. And you know all those. Amazing. Okay, now your last word that I want you to write, listen carefully, drips. Echo, drips. Now let's tap the base word, drip. Now write the word drips and then mark it up. This one didn't have quite as many, did it? Okay, here we go. Let's spell our word drips. D-R-I-P-S. Now, make sure you spelled it right and you didn't put a J, because sometimes when you say D-R, it sounds like a J, but it's not. It's D-R. That's that blend. So that's the first thing you should have marked is your blend. Then you should have heard your short I sound. And then you should have marked up your closed syllable because your I sound can't escape. And then you said, oh, Miss Metz, I see that suffix S, so underline the base word drip. Okay, great job. Now, I need you to write your 3 new sight words. Are you ready? Your 3 new sight words. First one, see. See. Next one, between. Between. And your last one, each. Each. Okay, I want you to check your sight words, those tricky words, with mine. C, S, E, E. Between, B, E. T, W. E, E, N. Between. Your last one, each. E, A, C, H. Each. All right. Now, I need you to go get your other notebook. Go get your pink octopus notebook, just like we did yesterday, except today we're going to do another word of the day instead of trick words. Our brand new word of the day is going to be amazing. So go grab that. And once you've grabbed it, I want you to open it up to the S section in the vocabulary. The S section in the vocabulary. And once you have it opened in the vocabulary, I'm ready for you to write our brand new word. Our brand new word is spells. Spell. Spells. So go ahead and write our brand new word, spells. Now, as you're writing it, I want you to think, what does spells mean? Spells. Well, I know it can be a verb. I know it can be a verb because what did you just do? Oh, that was a terrible V, Miss Metz. Sheesh. It can be a verb because it's something that you're doing right now. He spells the word. So it's the idea of that you put letters together to make a word. So spells is using letters to make a word. But did you know that it could also be a noun? Yes, check this out. It could be a noun also because think about any show that you've seen that maybe has a witch. Or Harry Potter, they cast spells. So they cast a magic thing on someone. So they cast a spell. It's a magical element on something or someone. So this is a multiple meaning word. It's a noun and a verb. Can you believe it? Crazy town. Okay, now I want you to help me mark this up. What's the first thing that you see? Okay, so you see SP, which is a blend. Okay, what else do you see? All right, good. You see your bonus letter. That is a bonus letter. Very good. Okay, you see the suffix S. So what's that make the base word? Spell. Very good. And you should see one other thing. You should hear the eh. Very good. Hear the eh. And you can see that the sound can't escape because it's got consonants. So I know that this is a closed syllable word. Look at all the things you need to mark up in your word spells. Make sure you've got them all marked. Once you have them all marked, then we need to think of a sentence that could go with the word spells. Now, I'm going to remind you that I want to come up with either an imperative, which is a command. I'm going to make you do something. Or a declarative. It's going to end with a period, but it's just me telling you something. Or it could be an interrogative sentence. That is something that you ask. It's a question sentence. So what I want you to do is I want you to come up with your very own either imperative, declarative, or interrogative sentence with our brand new word, spells. I want you to choose a sentence and write a sentence with our new word, spells. Then take a picture of it and let me see which kind of sentence you wrote.